Wow, we just had a massive lightning bolt hit us right in the bay. Wow. That was like the light and the sound exactly at the same time. That was scary. This is, yeah, we're getting a good storm. It went up to like 28 knots. Now it's cut down to 17, 20. That's okay. It's up to 15 knots. Rainy days are actually really good ones because it gives you time for editing. It's not so fun exploring when it's raining, so I don't have the feeling I'm missing out on anything. And it's nice and cold. Boga's not very fond of editing days, but somebody has to pay for your dog food, huh? And all your veterinary bills and stuff. It's really a magnificent place. It's super remote, it's crazily beautiful, it's surrounded by little hills that are all covered with lush green vegetation. It's extremely protected, which makes it a very calm place to be, which after all the rolling is such a treat. There is no tourists at all. There's every now and then maybe a fishing boat coming in. The Coast Guard comes to check. The other night they came at 4 o'clock in the morning asking where we're from and what we're doing here and where we're going. But apart from that, it's super remote. And yeah, we've just been waiting here for a weather window to open up to sail on to Honduras and then to El Salvador, because there's a lot of lows traveling through right now just off the coast of El Salvador, and we just don't want to risk running into one of those. The different weather forecasts are very different from each other, so we don't want to risk that the worst case scenario is happening and kicks us in the butt. So we're staying put here until a good weather window is opening up. And yeah, it's just beautiful. The only thing here in this bay is that there's hardly any internet reception. So for working, it's a bit meh. So every second morning, more or less, I either walk for an hour or paddle like for half an hour, or go with a dinghy with Paul if he wants to go to the internet as well. And I set up my little office with a hammock in the trees. Really beautiful office, one of the most beautiful I've ever had. And yeah, get some work done for you guys and also for Emotion. There's a lot of little creeks that come down those hills, and there's a lot of rain. Usually in the evening it always starts raining, and then it rains and rains and rains and rains and rains, most often like 12 hours throughout the whole night. It's good for full water tanks for sure. We try to go explore before the rain sets in, and often we just go to shore and then we find a little creek and then we try to walk up, and often it's just like an hour of going through the bush not really knowing where things are headed, and then just going back again. And then there's quite the big river coming in more towards the east of the bay. That was another magical trip that we did. We took the dinghy and towed the kayaks over there, and then we just left the dinghy and we kayaked up the river, and it was stunningly beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Round 2!
We're gonna scare all the crocodiles. We're gonna go up a jungle river as far as we can with the dinghy, and then we tie it up and jump in the kayak and try to go a little further. Gå in immediately in the bush and
We're looking for a parking space, and then we're gonna jump into the kayak, because then we can hear the sound of the jungle, not only see the beauty, but also hear it. Oh, it's really pretty. Really pretty. Hmm? Oh, hier ist es schön kühl. Looks like we reached the end of the river that we can actually kayak because it's getting a bit too shallow. There's a lot of yellow butterflies here. It's really pretty. They seem to be eating something from the ground because they all sit on the ground together and then they take off. Hey, Boga, don't go into the jungle. Hay cocodrilos. Ven, Boga. So we're probably going to turn around. I think we probably went up here maybe 20 minutes by kayak. It's really beautiful. Guck mal, da oben ist ein ganz großes Nest.
Huh?
Da oben ist ein ganz großes Nest.
Yeah. This is a human sanctuary of the crocodiles, so that's where we are safe. And then down there is a sanctuary for crocodiles, where they are safe.
As long as they understand which one is which.
Come on now, we're gonna have some lunch.
We enjoyed our lunch break in the middle of the jungle, listening to the soothing symphony of nature and watching the butterflies gracefully dance through the air. Our hearts were full of tranquility and beauty and profound appreciation for Mother Nature. Eventually, we had to start our journey back to our floating homes, where we would soon gather to plan our next adventure. But more about that next time.